Hi guys, I'm Asif Ali and you're watching CGHOW video, and today I have created this very simple platform effect in for Niagara from scratch. So let's start this tutorial. CGHOW. First of all, subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on bell icon so you will receive all new video notification. So I have this empty project and this is the reference I will follow, and let's start this. So first I will create this base, then we will create these lights on it. So first for the base we will start from this core, and this type texture you can easily create in Photoshop or you can create in material also. So let's say if you create it in Photoshop, you can take 1K texture and on a black you can take a new layer, take a circle, make this white or maybe black, you can make it black, and then you can Control D and Control T to centerize it. It is in center, and why I took it black, now it's on black. So right click and blending option and take the inner glow, and here you go. And if you turn on the base layer, you have this, and you can increase or decrease your glow opacity or size. So this is the easiest way to do this, and you can save it in the same path. So I will create a folder texture, or just let it be. I'll just directly save in the context, in the content, copy and paste. T circle 01 targa, save. Oh, it will not save on desktop. I have some issue in my Photoshop. It will show you this error. Actually it is just for me, so you can save directly. So I had to download it, save it in the D drive, and then I will import. I have tried many times how to fix it. I just install Windows 11 and then this error start coming. So I will import that texture from my D drive, T circle. So in material, if I create a material from this circle matte, I have this texture here, but if you want to create that with material, so what you can do, you can take a radial and I can make it sharper by putting maybe 50, and then I can again take a radial. This is softer, but I will reduce the radius maybe 0.4, and then subtract from this sharp this thing, and I will have this, and then I can use the power. Oops, I should have. And power is not working pretty well. It's making it sharp. It is not blurry. So you can take the smooth step. In that case, if I preview, I take two parameters. One is for minimum, and for the maximum I will add this on maximum, and let's say this is 1. Now if I increase this, not that exact, but you can create that. And this issue also comes because the value in it, so you can saturate these values before you. This is already saturated, but let's try. Let's decrease the density. maybe 10. And instead of subtract, let's try the multiply. Oops, not multiply, you should invert this before multiplying. And now if I increase this, yeah, it's have that issue, it's not making that. Let me just try. Yeah, this is blurry, and if I multiply now, and if I increase the, yeah, we have almost similar output now. So what I did, I made it softer, I inverted it, I use power, so this is softer now, this is sharper, then multiplied together. So this is the same output, and in this you can edit lots of properties. So you can either use this texture or this thing, but for now I'm just using this texture, and I'll take the particle color. This is going to here, and this will be my opacity alpha. Make it maybe additive. Two-sided did not require, but let it be. Okay, so we got the texture for texture material for this center part, and you can see this center part is, let me zoom it. So you have this white, then in here it is slightly cyan. So that we will do in particles. So save this, and I take exponent fog, take a gray color and reduce this. Okay, so now I can put my effect here. So I will create this fx. So this is my core white, and I will use this material. Remove all these things for now, and I will use custom alignment, custom vector facing, and I'll take this align sprite to mesh, not on X, on Z. So this will face the ground, and then I can increase the size maybe 100 and reduce this maybe 10, and I'll just, why I created it, make it 10, I'll just make it 1, and the life will be constant, maybe 1 and maybe 2, and duration also 2, so it will be infinite. And I'll make it local, drag it here on 0 F. So this is our first. Then I want to make that softer part. So in that case you can duplicate this, and in material I make a parameter here. So I will add a power, and that can increase or decrease the width. At 2 it's decreasing, at 0.5 it is increasing, 1 is default. Then I'll take a dynamic parameter, and this is width. Save, and in this one, in the core white, I take the dynamic parameter and slightly I decrease it 1.5, and in this core cyan I take the dynamic parameter and increase it maybe 0.6, and then I make it cyan. So you can see I have white and here I have cyan inside it, like we have in our effect. Then we need to make these two lines blue with some glow. So you can again make a texture of rings, but it is quite easy to make it in material. So M ring, particle color, additive, unlit, simply radial exponent and 10, maybe 50, duplicate it again, and I'll take a parameter 1. This is my radius 0.5, and this radius in this will be smaller than this, so I will subtract 0.1, or you can directly connect another and write 0.4, same thing, but here you will have control. Then you can subtract each other from each other, and nothing is there because need 0.1, and this value now will decide this width, and I'll make it 0.4, so it will not touch that area. And if I take the dynamic parameter now, it will decide the thickness. So thickness, and at 0.1, 0.2, 0.01, and this density, if I make a parameter of this is my density, and currently it is 50, but I can decrease it so it will be slightly blurry, that I can use to make glow. So 50 by default, and multiply this with your alpha, and here duplicate this and make it rings, and I'll use that rings material. And here dynamic parameter thickness will be 0.1, I think, density 50, and 0.01, 0.01, you can make it 100. It is sharper and it is white. Okay, although to make the glow, because Unreal support it is not white, it is blue, you can increase this thing and it will be glowy. But if you want to cheat that, you can duplicate this and reduce that thickness, the density. So if like I make it just white, and this is sharp, and first these are two rings. So to make it two rings, I'll get 2, and in the size of sprite I will add first, then multiply with execution. Oops, yeah, execution. So 100, and then if I increase the multiplier, this is my second ring, and let me check the size. So it will be around, let me check, yeah, perfect size here, and also 0.008, 0.005. okay, and now I will duplicate it to make the glow of it. So rings, glow, and in this one, let's preview this only. I will decrease this to maybe, first I'll increase the thickness 0.01 and reduce this so it is softer, and now you can make it blue, and this is now glow of your rings. and because it is inside that, you can increase the size like this. So this is how you can also make glow. Let me 0.05, 0.005 and decrease this. So this is also our glow. Here's a problem here in this one coarse yarn. I'll just make it one fixed. So we have placed rings also. After the ring, we have small rings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inside these. So I'll duplicate this ring, copy and paste, make it 8, and I don't need to do here in the size of this, make it like 10, and I'll increase this 0.1 for now. And let's take a torus location, preview the torus location, make this 0 and decrease the size exactly in the center of your rings. Then instead of random, take the direct and multiply this with execution index, so exact 8 inside it. And now I can reduce the size slightly, and also this thing 0.05, and now I can hide this torus. And again similarly you can create the glow of it, but for now I'm just increasing the glow from here. Okay, and this glow color is different. So we got this, and let me just decrease the size even more, maybe 6, 7. Okay, 7. And now we will create our lights. You can make it with slender, or you can, if you want to just place the sprite, you can do that also, but I'll put a slender here. So in Maya, take a quick slender and select all faces, then deselect center, delete the gaps, select all faces, move it up on the grid. So pivot is here, so if I'll scale it, it will scale from here. Okay, and I will just export it to the desktop CGHOW, and here I will import that from this desktop. It comes with a material, so I will make it tube. And on slender, let's check it, or take the same slender. That is very small, but it's okay. Just need a gradient from here to up, and that's it. So texture coordinate, mask, shift C, preview, you can see the gradients. So I'll take the one thing I forgot here, in the UVs you need to double click and normalize it, and save that again on the same place and re-import it. And you can also increase the size if you think this is very small. You can just freeze and export, and then re-import it. It is now bigger, and you can see the gradient, and we can just take the power to increase or decrease the height, and that's it. particle color, additive, unlit, sided, multiply, dynamic parameter. This is the height. Gradient, browse this. Here in rings I'll duplicate. This is you can say light beams. So torus will be same, and I'll just remove this alignment and sprite, and I'll take the mesh renderer, use the same mesh, and then material, tube, save all. And you can see these tubes are on the same place, just the material is different. First I'll reduce this to 1, then increase this gradient, then change the size. I'll take this non-uniform, so you can set the height differently, so maybe 0.2, and this is the height, and that's it. See how cool it looks, and there is slightly more glow here and whitish in the bottom, so you can just duplicate these and make them slightly whitish and decrease the height, like, and also you can add it from it, so you will have this. Then we have particles in the centers going up, so I'll just make a radial material. Let's save this map, and material m radial exponent, so if I preview this is a round, it doesn't look like a light, and if you want to make that, you can take a texture coordinate, you can subtract 0.5, it will, so texture coordinate start from here. If you subtract 0.5, it start from 0. If you take the length of this and preview it, it's a round, and if you divide a very low value with this, you will have something like this, 0.001. so it looks like a light, it has this core, then this glow, so you can use this particle color, multiply, opacity, additive, unlit. Browse this. Here I will duplicate my any emitter, like say this one, copy, particles, I'll use that material, radial, and now first I'll remove this, and this also not custom facing, then I'll use spawn rate maybe 100, and I'll use cylinder location, okay, so, and also velocity. On Z, random, uniform, 150, so these are going up, and this area is very big of glow, So in material I can use a power node, and then it is now perfect. Yeah, I'll decrease the radius height of cylinder, and also the radius maybe 40, 30, and velocity maybe 520. Size will be random, 60 and 10. Spawn rate maybe 20. Then scale color and use here a curve, and I'll just hide this thing. And you can use slightly curl noise because you cannot see the movement here, these are just going up, so you can add those things with your mind. 100, 10, 20, 0.2, 0.1, 0.5, 0.5. Then in color I'll randomize it slightly, 0.2, 0.1. And also gravity, not to fall these particles back, just to push them slightly more and then drag. Default value. And of course the life, so this is our platform FX, and these are very glowy. If you think, you can adjust this with a dynamic parameter. So when you put 1, it is completely glowy, and after 2 it's making it sharp, so this is glow. And now here in dynamic parameter, so this is very glowy and this is not glowy at all, so you can randomize this thing from 2 to 5. So some particle will be glowing and some not. Also you can add twinkle in it if you want. So if I take this size of particle, make it float, add the sign, use the normalize edge, and then if I reduce the period, you can see so I think that's it. It is very simple but looks nice. So that's it for now, and I hope you can recreate it easily. I'll put this file on my Patreon, so you can also download if you want to use in your project. And thanks for watching, keep learning, and bye bye.